Hey, good Friday morning. I hope the day finds you well. I refereed some men's league basketball down in Randolph County last night and drove this old car. And I knew there was a chance of rain. I didn't know it was going to rain the entire way back last night. I thought it would blow through and then clear out. So it cleared out this morning, but it didn't clear out while I was driving home. And I have no windshield wipers on this car. So that was exciting and interesting. And on top of that, coming up 109 through Thomasville, after I got on this side of Thomasville, my headlights went out. And I couldn't even see to get off the road safely. So I could kind of make out the lines and turn my hazards on. But then the lights came back on, so I hustled on home, and anyway, we'll figure all that out. But it was exciting. Never a day without some excitement. But as I got home and settled into some news yesterday, I saw the same news that you saw about an Israeli strike on Iran and Iran's promised retaliation, Israel's expectation of Iran's retaliation. Reminded me of some scriptures that we know and we're familiar with. If we're not careful, we get into the habit of just assuming that life is going to go on the way it always has, and that it's the humdrum that as our great grandparents lived, as our grandparents lived, as our parents lived, we're going to live until the end of our days. But the reality is, Jesus has promised that He's coming again. And He spoke in the Olivet Discourse in Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6, and He said, "And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars." He said, "See then that you are not troubled." He said, "These things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Dr. Moeller pointed out, I want to say a recent podcast, but it actually goes back months. He said, would it be true historically that we are a people, talking about globally, a people of peace that occasionally break out in war, or would history tell us that we are a people of war who occasionally break out in peace? The reality is, even in the short history of our nation, 20 years of extended peace is a pretty big deal. And of course, we're not involved in this point in this conflict, but we could easily be brought into something like that. And so we're not to be troubled at the thought of war, because Jesus said war would be more common, more frequent as we approach the time of the end. And the end certainly includes His coming, and so we can look forward to that. In Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 6, the names given to Jesus before He was ever born, the final one there, the Prince of Peace. He is the Prince of Peace, and we won't know ultimate peace until we know Him in His fullness. And one day He's coming back, and we believe that He's going to come back and rapture His church before the revelation of the Antichrist and before a season of great tribulation upon the earth. And so we can see things coming together. Is this one of the final battles of the age? Who knows? But it does draw our mind to be considering prophetic things, future things, and mostly the revelation of Jesus Christ. And so, hey, have a great Friday. Don't be anxious. Understand the times. Pay attention to what the Bible says. Pay attention to what's going on in the world around you. And don't ever forget the promises that God has given us. Hope you have a great Friday for His glory. Take care, and God bless.